This weekend has been ripe with Mandalorian reeing and weighing and controversy. Weighing? You know, like when they go ree and wah. Like that, when they do that sort of thing. Hello, everyone. I am still looking for my intro thingy. There it is. Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, still your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy. Thank you guys so much for hanging out on this live stream. We are clipping this. Anything you say might pop up on screen. And if you guys do really like the content, hitting the like button, sharing, that's absolutely free. You don't have to pay a dime for anything that I'm giving you guys content-wise. But if you choose to do so, I do have Patreon. I have Parler now. I have Instagram that I barely know how to use. And what else? Oh, I still stream on Twitch. I've been playing that new Yakuza RPG game. It's actually really fun.
Please like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, keep your comments to yourself.
No one asked you to bomb in from your little upside-down Looney Tunes clown world to tell anybody anything, but, you know, she does make a good point. If you guys do like the stuff, the whole keep your comments to yourself thing is a little snotty, don't you think? It's a little bratty.
Is that a survival skill, or is that just being a brat? I'm not sure.
But hey, what can you do? We're talking about The Mandalorian today. And first off, yes, they're back at it again, trying to cancel Baby Yoda's mama, Gina Carano. I know she's not really Baby Yoda's mama, but I kind of like to say she is, because you know how much we love Baby Yoda here, because he's just so cute and adorable.
You do the magic hand thing. Come on, baby. Do the magic hand thing. I'm out of ideas.
Magic hand thing for Baby Yoda. He's so cute. They have been still trying to cancel Gina Carano for liking a tweet that doesn't actually affect them in any way. It doesn't. No matter what they say, they're trying to pile on and say, and I'm not even going to show you this stuff because everybody's done videos on this. I've done like 17 videos on them trying to cancel Gina Carano. They had the hashtag fire her last night because she had the nerve to like a tweet that they inserted all of their little insanity into. You know how they do. This is one thing that really happens all the time on social media. You will tweet something or say something, and then some crazy person comes in and adds in 27 things that you didn't say just to be mad at you. Forgetting the fact that they don't even have to follow these actors, and that nothing these actors actually say or do really affects them in any way, until these actors start going on saying half of the country are yeah, fine, N-words, and I think any N-word is, just use your imagination there. Just use your imagination and be as offended as you would for any N-word you'd be offended by. That is where we're at. And when actors kind of do that and project this hatred towards 50% of the country, then I kind of get a little annoyed. But when it's just innocently, I've scrolled through Twitter how many times, and I've liked some tweets accidentally before myself. I've unfollowed and I've followed people accidentally that I probably shouldn't have all the time. So just something little silly things like that, where they're making up this ree and wah rage, gets really on my nerves. I get really tired of the reeing. No, not today, Karen. Who's our Karen of the week? I think you guys might know already from the thumbnail.
It's time for the Karen of the Week.
Are you guys surprised at how little scripting I actually do with any of these? Which is zero, by the way. I just turn the camera on and start talking. And then I'll add a couple of things in post, like probably an SJW popping up to at me. I'm warning you. Probably gonna add something like that in so you can see it, even though I'm hearing them in my ear holes, because of course we are. What am I on about today? I have no idea. We're talking about The Mandalorian. Anita. You know Anita.
We're at war with Anita.
Oh, that bitch.
I didn't say it. I did not say that. We are not at anything with anybody. That is a Cheech and Chong soundbite from Queer Wars, which, as the B in the alphabet, I get to talk about the gay stuff. Oh, yes, I do. And this kind of falls into my territory, doesn't it? Women issues and body type issues. And if people like Anita have a problem with female body types, they can just keep their mouths shut. Seriously, we are getting sick and tired of hearing these horrible takes just for attention. We are sick and tired of it. And you know what, Anita? Stop with your... What did she do? We're going to show you the actual tweet that she twitted out. She twitted it out right from her twit hole. That's the wrong thing. There she are. Oh, I turned into a pirate, didn't I? Let's not do that for now. Lady Mandalorians have boob armor. Oh, come on, seriously? Yes, they do. You know why they have boob armor? Because they have things that they might want to protect. You know, things that might jiggle, things that might, I don't know, get in the way, things that might hurt if they get hurt or injured, things that might need protecting. Just because you do not like female body types and just because you have a problem with other women does not mean that you have the right to come in here and demand our attention for this hate take. And that's what it is. It's a hate take. It is just a take for negative intention, just so that people will call you out, just so that you can and wah and say, oh, they're so mean to me. They're just a bunch of istophobes and wah. Yeah. There she are. Save the clip. It'll be in the video. I'm not editing much out of this one. This stuff every single time. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, lady? Do you not understand? That some people have different body types than you? Some people have different body types than you and want it to be, I don't know, protect. Like, look at these two characters here. So this one's clearly a male Mandalorian, and then you've got two female characters here. They're very different sizes, aren't they? One of them is very, very much slim, much more petite, much more slim in the waist and the hip area. This character right here, a little bit more, and I don't even want to use the word thick because I'm sure whoever this is under the helmet here is very, very much in shape, still slim, but you've got Hollywood slim, which, let's face it, somebody like Karen Carpenter would be envious of from some of these Hollywood slim sort of people. You know, some of those people.
Please like the video if you like
it. You already Brie-bombed us once, Brie. You don't, just because I say people doesn't mean you gotta come in and say anything. So Hollywood body types, because the camera adds weight, because the camera angles are sometimes not always flattering, they do choose very, very slim actors in Hollywood because costuming, they're going to be people who can, I don't know, stand up to a lot of the physical activities. And thank you so much, Norm Blythers. I really, really appreciate it. I also saw your donation yesterday. Thank you so much for yesterday as well. I really appreciate it. And these people don't understand how female bodies are. You would think she would, I don't know, have looked in the mirror once. She's definitely one of these people who just wants nonstop, constant attention from everything. Is it bad enough that the grift kind of fell through and you need the attention now? You need somebody like me to come in and correct this misinformation that you're putting out there. Why are you upset by this? Do you really need... Are you okay? I guess that's what we really have to say, because as somebody who has been told that everybody is going through a lot of crap during the great toilet paper shortage of 2020... that people might just need to be asked if they're okay. So are you okay? Are you okay? Seriously. Do you need a hug? Do you need some ice cream? Do you need a puppy? Do you need something to actually love you? Because that's kind of where we're headed. And I don't know why I'm so compassionate right now. Maybe I've just been spending way too much time with the hippies lately.
Open your mind.
Because they say a lot of stuff. Of course, they also say things like, hey, the aliens are going to be coming to the crop circles and waiting for us.
What are they? Why are they? What do they mean?
They might be waiting for some of us a little longer than others. But hey, I know the key! Oh, I'm out of tune. Wow, that got out of tune real quick. That's supposed to be the same instrument as what he has, only it's smaller. And it's supposed to sound as good. It doesn't. I apologize. What are we on about? Oh, yes, we are still...
We're at war with Anita.
Oh, that bitch.
Yeah, that one. The Mandalorian is receiving pushback because of the boob armor and things in science. And Ring and Wang. She's once again sparked a wave of discourse after the notorious feminist media critic. Well, no. I have to correct them and say this. It is not feminist to male bash. It is not feminist to throw such a temper tantrum like a grown adult woman child and just take your anger at daddy out on every single male you come across. That is not feminist. That is psychotic. And that sort of behavior needs help and treatment and understanding and compassion, or, you know, a good verbal smackdown from somebody like Mecha. Either or, whichever is less harmful, I should say. So, the anti-male media critic cried foul and played victim after receiving backlash against a complaint she made about boob armor in The Mandalorian. Yeah, because guess what? Women sometimes have them. Sometimes we have them. Sometimes we have them and sometimes we don't, and that's okay. And sometimes chicks with tallywhackers will still have them too, because sometimes people have different body types. And just because you're upset and mad at the world does not mean that you deserve a whole article about you. But here we are. We're giving her one anyway. Also, shout out to Bounding Into Comics for doing all the hard work, so I'm not just collecting a bunch of screenshots of tweets. They actually have all the cool stuff. And by the way, how awesome would Katie Sackhoff have been as Captain Marvel? She would have been good because she was great as Starbuck. Boob armor in The Mandalorian. What a thing to be upset by. In this day and age where you've got actual things to be upset by, when you've got people like Google moderators going in and moderating people's chats, and when you have actual censorship going around, you're really upset that females have female bodies. Are you really upset by that? This is the most stupid thing that I've heard since the last time they got upset that females have female body types. I'm so sick of this. These people are anti-male. These people are also anti-female because anytime you disagree with them, they treat you like garbage. They treat you like you're wrong. They treat you because, let's face it. I have been on the receiving end of some of these male feminists who decide that they're allowed to get very nasty over my opinion because I might not agree with what people like Anita think. And you know what? She's entitled to her wrong opinion. But the fact that anybody in this day and age takes her seriously and not like oh, that's so cute, and pats her on the head and pats her on the backside and tells her to go off about and get us a cup of coffee. The fact that we are not in that day and age is what's so disgusting now. Because that was always the thing. These women who don't understand how something was never ever an issue are the ones who are upset by it. I'm going to use James Bond as an example here. The Bond females, the James Bond female characters, the Bond girls, knew exactly what to do. They knew exactly how to maintain control in that situation with James Bond. And you know what they did? They adapted based on how they could get what they wanted from the man. You had the one Bond girl in Dr. No break into his hotel and immediately goes from, I'm really this really sexy sex pot sort of hot chick to basically, did I do the wrong thing? To little girl, because she knew that to get what she wanted out of him, she had to play act and play into his ego and his authority and his masculinity. And these women don't quite understand that. They don't quite understand that it is all a part of this human interaction social game. They think because they're offended and because they don't like it, that they have a right to control the rest of us like they're the authority or something. And maybe they're not. Maybe they're just these bitter, nasty women who don't actually understand how human interaction works and how you use your abilities. You use your femininity, you use your charm, your grace to you catch a lot more flies with honey than you do vinegar, lady. And they never understand that. And this bitter vitriol that they constantly spew towards anyone who might actually understand something a little bit more than they do is just so disgusting. And this is still related to the Gina Carano Mandalorian, where they want to fire her. This is all related. Be fired over the likes on their personal Twitter. See, that's the other part of this. They want her to be fired for her likes on her personal Twitter, but not Pedro Pascal, who actively compared half of the country to the World War II bad guys on his post, just because she liked some of these things, where they're saying, oh, I guess they could have voted in person, and that's nothing to do with the election. Oh man, she's actually a normal human body type, too, here, and they don't like that either. They don't understand that sometimes, people have different body types on screen, and sometimes you're gonna need some armor. This one, I did respond to this one. These grown-ass children get so emotional and throw these embarrassing temper tantrums when a woman has the slightest critique on the mainstream corporate media they feel ownership over. They keep trying to gate the most popular franchise in the world. No. You are trying to control and gatekeep us out of a fandom that we were a part of long before you were born, Cupcake. So, you're the one who's actively throwing a temper tantrum about something that you were not smart enough to understand. Because guess what? You were not smart enough to understand that some women actually have different body types and want to be protected. And you had to go and play the victim because you got called out for it. Because guess what, Cupcake? We are done caving and cowering and bending the knee to people who are not educated enough for the takes that they're asserting out into the public like they have the authority to do so. So, stop gatekeeping longtime, lifelong fans out of franchises that you have no business butting your head into. Anita. Because guess what? You're the only one here throwing an actual temper tantrum because a lot of people are just saying, hey, women have different body types. Did you not understand that women actually might want to protect the girls on screen, especially if they're like in a battle situation? Maybe women want to protect the girls. Maybe if you've ever done anything in your life other than sit there on Twitter and tweet nasty things to people, you might understand that. You got people like me. I play the Wii boxing game and I play the Ring Fit Adventure. And you know what? The girls sometimes get in the way because they're there. I am a female. I have a female body type. Guess what? A lot of us do. And a lot of us would rather not take a blaster to the chest or a lightsaber or anything else we might be taking if we're in the Star Wars universe. What is wrong with this woman? I have no idea what's wrong with people like this who feel the need to constantly complain and it's like you own the franchise. You don't own the franchise. You can complain about it. You can have your hot take. You can say, oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Or you can say, you know what? Fine, you disagree with me. You can suck it up. You can take your licks like an adult and stop playing the crybaby little girl shit. It gets old.
I was scrolling about cool armor.
Now, the hooker, SJWs, and feminists must get high from complaining. There's no another explanation. Actually, do you're actually onto something here. They get the little endorphin rush from getting into this argument with people. They get a little bit of adrenaline. They get the endorphins when they get their tweets liked. They see their like count. And here's the thing: when you actually look at her tweet. Look at her Twitter thing. She got ratioed pretty darn bad. I think she's even higher now. She's been getting ratioed. So she only has 1,900 likes, but she has like 5,000 comments and 5,000 quote tweets, probably retweets on a 1,900 ratio. So you're not exactly saying anything that people actually agree with. All right? The feminist attitude must be an insult to the suffragettes. I think it is. I think this modern day anti-male feminist sort of thing. Not only that, it is insulting to other women. It is insulting to other women because you basically have this clique of mean girls who go after any girl who doesn't agree with them in the name of feminism, which is not even the case because you're not actually doing anything that helps anybody else. It is so insulting and it's damaging to people who might disagree with you. It's damaging to women who've actually had to struggle and earn everything they had and claw their way up from wherever they came from, just to have these other women come in and try and keep them down by saying that their opinion is invalid. Because you know what? Guess what, Anita? Not everybody has the same life experience, all right? Not everybody sees the world in the same way, and to generalize and assert your opinion in as the correct one is insulting and disgusting, and how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you come in and try and take control like you are the be-all end-all of humanity? Because you know what? I would much prefer the day and age where I can do a little bit of flirting. And that is so insulting that she's making it harder for women like me to be taken seriously. Because of her, because of the feminist movement, the alt-left wackadoo hate mob people. You know, the ones who have like all the really funky hair colors, then they don't maintain them? You do know that I retouch my roots and my entire head every 6 weeks. I don't just let it fade out like a lot of these people. I'm not sitting there with, you know, this much roots showing and faded out blonde hair underneath. No. I try and maintain the look because I am punk rock almost. I mean, I was kind of goth in the 90s or whatever, but I was also a musician, so I still am. This stuff really is so insulting to any woman who has had to actually earn what they have, because you struggle and struggle and struggle, and then you get people like Anita. Then you have people like Anita. We're supposed to be in this together. We're supposed to be, yay, women can do this stuff. And no, we have people like Anita who actively try and hold down other females, other women. They actively are against any woman who has an opinion. And you know what? She's not even answering to women who have opinions. People like Anna, that Star Wars girl, have been correcting her as well. You know, actual strong female, interesting content creators. You know, people who don't have to rely on fake hate takes. There's people like me. I have plenty of hate takes. I just keep them to myself because I want people to actually watch me. I am going back to my live chat. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't you go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
It's just what they'll be expecting us to do.